Hello students, today we are going to take up the topic group 16 elements of the P block, physical and chemical properties of group 16 elements. Okay, so let us start this topic with a very good thought. You are one step closer than you were yesterday. Don't give up. So when you do continuous effort, your target will be achieved in no time. So let us see the learning outcomes from this topic, group 16 elements. Occurrence we will discuss, electronic configuration, oxidation state, strengths in physical properties, chemical properties with hydrogen, halogen and oxygen. Okay, let us start. P block, K spelling you have to correct. P block, group 16 elements are oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. And you should revise the previous elements also, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. This, whenever you are doing the next step, the previous step elements you need to remember, because all are concurrence, means similar properties will be there. Okay, so if you can see from this, here as far as tellurium is a metalloid and some selenium also showing some property of metalloid. So let us say oxygen family, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Polonium is metalloid, and polonium is actually metalloid, metal and radioactive. Okay, it's not non-metal. All are non-metal and the metalloids are coming under non-metal. Oxygen non-metal, sulfur non-metal, selenium, tellurium is metalloid and polonium is a metal. That is radioactive in nature. Okay, so the properties of the oxygen family includes they are having 6 valence electron. If you write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So 6 valence electron, 2s and 4 in the 2p. So therefore 6 valence electron are there. Oxygen is a gas, sulfur are solid. So this is, others are solid, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Abundant on the earth, variety of color is there. Sulfur, you know that yellow color is there. This is sulfur. So now the point here is physical properties means it is a gas and it's a non-metal. And it is abundantly available in the crust. Okay, in the molecular form O2, O3, okay, and combined state also like sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, sulfides, oxides, water. So see, these are the elements. Oxygen is the present in abundant. Selenium is a non-metal, solid, conducts electricity when with sunlight. And that's why it is used as semiconductor material also. Tellurium and polonium are metalloids. And polonium basically is a radioactive and that not be used in as such. Chemical properties have 6 valence electron, elements vary in reactivity. Let us discuss more about the occurrence. Here if you see, oxygen is the most abundant of all the elements on earth. Oxygen forms about 46.6% by mass of earth crust. Dry air contains 20.94, that is just equal to 21% by volume. Rest is nitrogen and inert gases. So now the point is oxygen, sulfur, selenium and tellurium are called chalcogens. Why? Because they form ore. Let us say we are having ore of Cu2O, cuprite, copper glass is there, silver glass is there, iron sulfide is there, zinc sulfide is there. All they contain oxygen or sulfur or selenium or tellurium. So therefore we are saying that this family, oxygen family or group 16 family, they are called chalcogens. They readily form oxides. They form ores, metal ores. Polonium is a radioactive metal which is derived from Poland country, the home country of Marie Curie, who discovered the element in 1897. Okay. So now let us see more detail about this group 16 elements. Group 16 elements are also known as 6A previously. And oxygen, like nitrogen, shows a low boiling diatomic gas. It's having p-pi bonding. P-pi bonding is 1 sigma 1 pi bond is there. You know that oxygen is having double bond. Now the point is sulfur, like phosphorus, occurs as a polyatomic. If you remember sulfur is existing as a p4 tetrahedral. And sulfur is existing as SA. You can see the structure here. This structure is also known as punctured ring structure or crown ring structure. Okay, that's why it is polyatomic molecule solid. Similarly, selenium, like arsenic commonly, occurs as a grey metalloid. Tellurium, like antimony, display covalent network, covalent bonding. Polonium, like bismuth, has a metallic crystal structure. So last element is having metallic nature. Others are normally non-metal. First two non-metal and next two metalloids. Last is metal. Okay, so general electronic configuration, if you talk of oxygen, atomic number is 8 and 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So mean to say that 6 valence electron in the second shell or p4 and s2. Similarly, next filling is 3s2, 3p4, next filling is 4s2, 4p4, next filling is 5s2, 5p4 and next filling is 6s2, 6p4. But what basically you have to remember is first atomic number, if you remember like 8, add 8 then 16, 16 add 18 then 34, 34 plus 18, 52, 52 plus 32, 84. This way we can derive the atomic number also. We need not remember all these things, but first two members, at least oxygen, sulfur, we can remember. That will be more sufficient. Okay, so now group number you know that 16, you know that 10 plus the valence electron 6, 10 plus 6, 16. Period number is number of periods, like first, second period is second, third, fourth, fifth, like that is a p block element. Now next comes to the oxidation state. Oxidation state, how it came? When an electron is lost, the charge is coming. So that tendency for electron losing, that we are saying positive oxidation state, and tendency to gain electron, that is saying negative oxidation state. Now you see 6 valence electrons are there, 2 electrons are required, so -2 common oxidation state. Similarly, if you see the general electric configuration of NS2 and P4, now NS2 is here and P4 is there. This is general ground state electric configuration. In excited state, what is going to happen is this one electron is shifting here to D, and this electron also that is shifting to again to D. So what? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can form 6 bonds. So it can form 6 bonds. It means to say that plus 6 oxidation states also possible in case of group 16 element like SF6, SO3, okay, S2SO4. So this plus 6 maximum oxidation state of this group can be possible. And down the group, if you go down the group, plus 2 oxidation state, plus 4, plus 6 are possible, but more predominant would be plus 4. Why? This is due to inert pair effect. Okay, so or we can say that we will see certain questions will come, we will discuss that time. Plus 4 oxidation state will be more stable as compared to plus 6 in group 16 element due to inert pair factor. Inert pair factor, you know that reluctance of an sp electron to participate in bond formation. So means to say that -2 to plus 6 oxidation states are possible in case of group 16 elements. Okay, so this already written here. Stability of plus 6 oxidation state decreases and plus 4 oxidation state increases due to inert pair effect. Inert pair effect we have already explained in detail in the previous basic videos on inorganic chemistry. You can refer that also. Oxygen does not show plus 6 oxidation state due to absence of d orbital. You know that oxygen 1s2, 2s2, 2p4, N is equal to L can be 0 and 1, S or P. S or P only possible, not D. So that's why we are saying that it's not having d orbitals. So now you see some properties. Let us say atomic number we have already discussed. Mass, almost it is doubled, but this is in fraction because that's why atomic mass is not mass number, it's atomic mass 16, 32, 78, 91, 27, 26. Electronic configuration also 2s2, 2p4, 3s2, 3p4, 4s2, 5p, like this etc. Covalent radius, you see down the group increases, but here if you see that size increase is less. And here also ionic radius also down the group increases. Ionization, electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy means electron affinity. Electron affinity, you can see the negative sign, you just leave it. Oxygen sulfur is a special case. This also we discussed in the basics of inorganic chemistry videos. Electron gain enthalpy case of oxygen and sulfur. Because of its small size, it is having repulsions between the 6 valence electron and the new incoming electron. Therefore, the electron affinity is less as compared to this. Otherwise, it will decrease down the group. Okay. And ionization energy, you know that ionization energy will be maximum in case of oxygen because of small atomic size. It's very difficult to remove electron. Right? And electron activity and down the group decreasing because metallic character is increasing and it is having more tendency to lose electron. Therefore, ionization energy will be less down the group. Electron activity, you know that down the group electron activity also decreasing because their size also is one of the factor, and moreover 3.5 is the max second most electron active element in the proton after fluorine. Next is the density. Density 1.32, 2.06, 4.196. Density is basically mass per unit volume. Mass means nuclear charge. Nuclear charge, rate of increase of nuclear charge as compared to rate of increase of volume or area will be more. Means nuclear charge is more as compared to volume. That's why density is more as we go down the group. And melting point, you know that melting point is down the group is increasing. And here you see dip is there. See, 725 dip is there. This is due to inert effect. Inert effect means the bonding tendency is not there. So bonding tendency means the weak forces will be there. Weak quantum of forces will be there. Then boiling point is less. Melting point or boiling point is less. Similarly, oxidation state we have discussed already. -2, -1, 1, 2, -2, 2, 4. So these are where the oxidation states are there, and R will range between -2 to 6. And as the smaller the size is, the reactive will be shown. As larger is the size, the reactive will not be there because it is a metal. Metal will not show active oxidation state. Okay, so these are the properties. If you remember, the electronegativity is decreasing down the group of oxygen. The second most electronegative element is the periodic table. Ionization energy decreases down the group because atomic size increases, tendency to lose electron increases. Atomic mass increases as such. We have discussed 8, 16 and all that. Atomic one is 8, mass number is 16, atomic mass is 16. Density is increasing down the group, and ionic radius and covalent radius increases down the group. Yes. Next is, see, the already we have discussed here, the last, you see, melting point by 450 and 254. Why? Due to nut effect. Nut effect, reluctance of ms2 electrons to participate in bond formation is called nut effect. More you want to study about nut effect, you can refer the videos of basics of inorganic chemistry. The melting property increases down the group. The melting and boiling point show the rising trend characteristic of non-metals followed by a drop at metallic polonium. That's the reason is inert pair effect. Density, atomic radius and ionic radius are increased down the group that we have discussed already. Ionization energy is decreasing. Now these are certain oxides and reaction with some halogen or hydrogen. So this is general area. So if I talk of oxygen, when combined with nitrogen to form NO or NO2, when combined with halogen to O2 have connect. See here, see this is, you have to understand that you cannot write F2O2. This is you have to be very careful because the fluorine being the more electronegative than oxygen, it will be an ion always. So therefore, here fluorides of oxygen family will be there, not oxides of fluoride. Understood my point? So the point is, you cannot write F2O. You cannot write. You have to write OF2. Means to say that fluorine will be having negative oxidation number as compared to oxygen. Fine. So now as compared to hydrogen also, these are hydrides, H2O, H2S, H2SE, H3PE. We will discuss more in detail for this hydrides. For oxides, see the mono-oxide, mono means single. Sulfur is having, you see, +2 oxidation state and oxygen -2, that's all. Dioxide, SO2. Oxygen is having -2 oxidation state, sulfur is having +4. Trioxide, SO3. Oxygen is having -2, 3 into 2 -6, and metal, the sulfur is having +6. This way, the monoxide, dioxide, and trioxide. So these oxides are formed. Now, the present point here is also very important: radicals. Radical meaning is what? Oxygen is there, okay, and one electron is gained. That is known as superoxide ion, O2 negative. Okay. Similarly, 2 electrons are gained. O2 2 negative oxide. Similarly, hydrogen peroxide is there, H2O. Hydroxyl radical. See the difference between radical and ion. Radical is not having any charge, it's a neutral. But hydroxyl is having charge, OH negative. Now, structure of SO2. SO2, if you calculate the hydration, let us say 1/2, valence electron of sulfur is 6, monovalent is 0, no charge on cation, no charge on anion, so you will get 3. That is equal to 3 means sp2. If you want to learn more about the ionization, how to calculate, you can refer the video on ionization in basics of inorganic chemistry. Please, everything is linked. If you have studied that, this become easy. Okay. So acidic character of these dioxide decrease down the group because it's possible. Yes, because top the non-metal is there. Non-metal oxides are acidic only. If you go down, that is metal. Metal oxides are basic, not acidic. So therefore, acidic character decreases down the group. So this is the point I was talking of fluorides. We have to write OF2, not F2O. Okay. Similarly, sulfur, aluminium. Now you are finding here that as you go down the group, +4. +2, oxidation state is more common as compared to +6. Why? The answer you might be knowing, that is due to inert pair. See, these oxides are there, Cl2O, ClO2, Cl2O6, Cl2O7. How to find the maximum acidic character? Because non-metal oxides are acidic only. So you have to calculate oxidation number. More is the oxidation number, more is the acidic character. This is also a part of basics of inorganic chemistry. Okay. Next. Halides. Halides means TeCl4, TeI4. Okay. And compounds of fluorine with oxygen are called fluorides, as I have told you already. We cannot say oxides. Oxides of fluorine or oxides of halogen. No, we cannot say because of the electronegativity. Electronegativity is more for fluorine. Okay. Next is, this is the most important question of this topic, hydrides of group 16. Hydride means bonded with the hydrogen. Oxygen bonded with the hydrogen to form H2O. Sulfur bonded with the hydrogen to form H2S. Then further H2SC, further H2T. Now these are the number of questions can be asked from this topic. First about, let us see hydration. First of all, water hydration is sp3. Angle should be 109. But actually due to presence of 2 lower pair, the angle is decreased. Okay. So this angle is 105. Now the point here is order of volatility, which are more volatile. Now you see, this is having gas. These are gases basically, apart from water. H2SC, H2T, H2S. These are all gases. Now, you see, this is not a normal trend, like down the group increases, no. You just ignore the water, then what is the trend? You can see from here in the increasing order they have to. What is the trend? H2S is more, then H2SC is more, H2T is less. Means to say that H2T is having least volatility. Down the group, volatility decreases. Why? Size increases. Number of forces increases. Volatility decreases. So it means more volatile would be water. No, water is not there. H2S. Why water is not there? Yes, water is having intermolecular hydrogen bonding. That's why it is a liquid. H2S is not having intermolecular hydrogen bonding. That's a gas. Okay. Similarly, order of boiling point. As you know, down the group boiling point is increasing. So leave it about water. Water is having special case with intermolecular hydrogen bonding. As you go down the group, tau size increases, control force increases, the boiling point also will increase. So H2T is the maximum. We are not taking polonium. Polonium is radioactive now. Similarly, bond angles. Bond angle for what is more, H2S, H2SC, H2. This all depends on the electronegativity. Oxygen being more electronegative, it will attract the bond pair towards itself. So once it is attracting, this bond pair will come more closer and the angle will be more. And as the distance is increasing, as the time is elapsed, so the bond length will be more and the bond pair is more distance apart and thereby lesser bond angles. Okay. Now hydrides of group 16. So this already we discussed about the angles and all that. What I want to say is basically you see this bond and this bond. What is the difference? Oxygen is small size, sulfur is large size. So large size means this bond pair might be here and this bond pair might be here. So their positions will be less as compared to this. Why? Because oxygen is more electronegativity. It will be, the bond pair will be very very close here and here. Two bond pair will be there. This positions will take place. So this will be treating as a increasing in the bond angle due to bond pair pressures. Because of oxygen is having more electron activity, it will attract the bond pair towards itself and then cause this angle is more. Now here, hydrogen plus oxygen give water. Ferrous sulfide plus H2SO4 give H2S plus FeSO4. Water is a liquid due to hydrogen bonding and others are colorless gases with unpleasant smell. So this you understood now. The water is having intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So this already we discussed about the hydrides of group 16 elements. So furthermore, this is the actual down you see the distance. Distance is distance between the H and oxygen, H and sulfur, H and Fe. Distance is increasing down the group, so it is easy to break. The bond length will be less. If bond length is less, the hydrogen will be available easily, so it will be reducing character is increasing down the group. That is the conclusion we can draw from this values. So that's why we can say that this acidic character is more as compared to water. H2SC, so acidic character increases down the group. And moreover, we have discussed already boiling point. This is H2SC 232 to 69. So whatever the last was different. So this is the change happening in the properties. So what we have discussed so far: chalcogens, ore forming, general electronic configuration NS2MP4. All elements of group 16 shows allotropy. Allotropy means ozone. Ozone, oxygen, ozone are allotrops only. Except water, all the elements of group 16 are reducing end. Water is not reducing end because bond length is small. It cannot release hydrogen because it's having intermolecular hydrogen bonding with itself with another molecule of water. Okay. Except the water, all the elements of group 16 elements are reducing end. Reducing end character increases down the group. Bond length is more. It will be easy to break. Hydrogen will be made easily available. So therefore, the reducing character will increase. Except selenium, all the elements of group 16 form monoxide, all form dioxide and trioxide. On moving from left to right in periodic table, acidic character increases. Like Cl2O7 is the acidic, was the most acidic. Oxygen is a gas, sulfur is a solid. Oxygen is existing as a diatomic. You know that double bond is there. P-type bonding. Discrete molecule. Discrete means alone. It's not forming bond with other molecules. Whereas sulfur due to large atomic size, it can form multiple bonding with each sulfur atom is forming single atom, forming S8 molecule. See the count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Puckered ring structure or crown structure. This polyatomic molecule is held together by strong van der Waals forces. This is why they exist as solid. Now, H2S is less acidic than H2P. Down the group, you know, the bond length is increasing. It is easily available hydrogen, so therefore it's a reducing that as you go down the group. Okay. And elements of group 16 generally show lower value of first ionization energy. Why? Yes, because you can see that they have asked for period. Period means group 15. Group 15 is having stable electronic configuration. NS2MP3, single electron is there. Half-filled electrons, half-filled orbitals are having more stability. So therefore, more ionization energy. Why water is a liquid while H2S is a gas? Same. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. See, what is the condition of intermolecular hydrogen bonding? Electronegativity of the element apart from the hydrogen should be more. Size should be small. Oxygen is small size, electronegativity is more. Sulfur is having large size and the electronegativity is less. So this way we can form that water is forming intermolecular hydrogen bonding while H2S is not. So hopefully you might be knowing all the answers which we have discussed just now. So what for the session is, you are one step closer than you were yesterday. Don't give up. Thank you.